Greetings, stage of bliss. I'm out here with a little bit of beautiful cannabis this morning. Actually, it's afternoon here in the Northwest. And I just wanted to gather with you in sacred ceremony. Giving homage to plant medicine, which used intentionally can be very transportive to our consciousness. So I give homage to the ganja plant today as aligning with me as I step into this soul gathering Sunday with you. Welcome. If you jump on and you want to say hello, tell me where you're at, what's your name. Sometimes people think that I'm too pure, so we'll just dispel that right now by I'll just smoke this joint while I'm talking to you. And reiterate that I love all parts of myself. I'm modeling for you also loving all parts of yourself. I think you're pretty groovy exactly as you are with all your parts, hidden parts and everything. So, hello Michael, welcome. Happy to see you here. So today on Soul Gathering Sunday, hi Jama, welcome. I am settling into the vibration that is being called forth today for a presentation. And I'm feeling a very heart-opening space for the masculine today, for men in particular. And I want to sit with you men. And women, you can sit with me if you're here as well, but sit with you in the recognition and the realization of what man is to woman and to himself perhaps. I've had this conversation 3 times today, so it seems important to recognize the need to ground and protect, the requirement that it almost is for a man to feel like the protector, the one who makes the home space, whatever that looks like. And I'm querying this with my girlfriend, and we're saying, of course it makes sense, because a woman, her body is made to procreate, so she's growing a being. The idea of woman is growing a creation, and that a man, the job of the man is to be there and protect her body, to actually be the protector of that creation happening. And that when that creation happens and is birthed and grows and goes on, or whether or not there's actually a human that needs protecting, still this frequency, if you will, of the man has that desire, has that impetus, if you will. So as women, and of course these dynamics can be applied to the inner man and woman, the inner masculine, feminine as well, but to really just feel man protecting woman with child, okay, just that image alone is this idea of the Holy Trinity, which to me, Trinity, the number 3, the sides of a triangle, they open a center point. There's a portal, if you will. There's an opening between 3 things that allows that thing to be birthed into reality. So you can't have an opening when it's just a straight line, right? There's nothing open there. But once you add a 3rd element, there becomes this hole there, this opening. So a woman is seeded in her creation by man, right? Just like any flower is seeded, and then it grows. And the gardener's job is to protect this growing creation so that it may come to its full measure. So to a man's seeds, consciousness, seeds embodiment, seeds woman, seeds fertile, creative space for her, the feminine, to then grow the thing, to then allow for the production of the organic evolution of this thing to come fully incubated all the way through the growth process to birth, right? So it can be a child, a human, but it could also be an idea or a venture. It could be something new in reality. It can be a project, right? And how they work together like a figure eight is there's a seed coming in through the masculine, right? The masculine seeds. And coming back, he seeds her. She then grows and he protects, and then she births, right? So there's this back and forth thing that's going on. And this happens within us as well, too, that masculine component in us seeds ideas within us, and then those things are either protected to grow and come into life or not. So I want to just today, on this soul gathering day, I just want to bring acknowledgement and gratitude to the energy of man, who is the protector energy, the home, the walls of the cauldron. And I want to speak to how important that is. And that woman, even in the feminist movement and everything, where she's like, I want to do it all by myself, I can do it all by myself. Though that's true that both the man and the woman carry both components inside, and we can do it by ourselves, and maybe it's good for us to recognize our capability in that way. But I don't believe we were meant to walk this journey alone, and probably not even just in pairs also, but to come together like a flower of life, where we overlap one another and we hold space for each other's creations, that we step up when we see something that's birthing, that wants to be incubated, that wants to birth, and if it's ours to do, to hold space for that, what a glorious portal that creates between the idea, the one holding it and incubating it, and the one holding space for its birth. So by that, I turn to these trees, and I think of the great redwoods and the depth of their roots, and the even intermingling of their roots in the earth. Can you feel that with me? I just feel how that actually creates the earth itself, the structure, so much of the ground we walk on, this interweaving of roots. And then the places we see the trees sprout up, we see the strength in those that walk around, the beings. And then the creation is much like the leaves or the needles or the flowers or the fruits, that when allowed space to grow and be and supported, nourished, that they fruit. So I want to hold space too right now and speak for woman, and maybe why woman for a while has been throwing her cosmic fit. And yes, I will claim that, because I also have done this, and I see us doing this. And many of us completing that fit, and some just beginning. And it's glorious all the way through, I'll tell you what. It's a great unraveling, but to claim as a woman the creative territory of your womb space, whether or not you have a child, just to acknowledge the power in that, and to own that, and to not belittle it, and to really wah, it's your own mother. And men, of course, you can do this too. But it's like the women the women stomping their feet and saying, I will not be overlooked for this black hole wormhole that's in me. Can we just acknowledge it's there and that stuff wants to birth through it? And then the men step forward after whatever process they've been going through until they say, yeah, I see that wormhole. Damn. I'm going to stand here as a guardian. And by doing so, perhaps also I will learn too how to activate my wormhole in me, because men, you do have it as well. It's just not in the physical form of womb, right? But you have the same creative vortex. But because a woman has it in her body physically, and babies can come out of there, it's like, where did we come from? We came through womb of woman. And so that is like, okay, let's see what happens when we honor that wormhole. And just to be honest, that's just the biggest wormhole we have. We are made up of wormholes. Like every single molecule on our whole being is a wormhole. But it's nice to have one kind of blown up a bit so that we can really look at it and examine it and note the magnificence of this creation process that we are products of and that we are creators of and with also. So, just want to take a deep breath into all of that yumminess. Feel the breeze moving the trees, and there's a bit of chill in the air here. I'm pretty sure it's going to snow. At least it feels like there's some snow on its way. And I'm contemplating the seasonal changes right now, and maybe you are too. I said this the other day in a video, but I feel our consciousness sort of like teaming up with the seasons right now, maybe more than ever before. At least I'm noticing it more than ever before. Maybe I'm just late in the game. But I'm really feeling like the heels of winter. Like really wanting to come in with one more like clean out energy of what we might possibly still have in the storehouses of our winter, of our deep unconscious mind that has yet to be awakened, that will begin to show life in this coming spring in our lives. I mean, today I felt like I must clean my room. I must clean my room. And I felt the energy shift so much. And I'm saying, hey, that's a great idea. To notice how this brisk energy that's bringing in the end of the winter, of course it's going to be a bit strong for a minute. It's what our being is trying to do too. As we move into this Pisces season, we're going like, let's just plunge the depths and get any remnants and debris out. Surface it so that we can see if they're viable seeds for the spring. So this is something I'm feeling deep in the depths, the honor of the roots of man. Of course, we all have these roots, we're all both, but I'm really feeling the need to honor the sexes right now, I guess. And extend that out. Actually, I want to extend that out and lattice that out and weave that out for a moment into the collective and acknowledge that that's also a very pronounced difference, just like the womb in a woman and no seeable womb in a man. As we go out into humanity even more and see the differences, that the unique blessings coming through every single being. That some are more gifted in certain ways. And it's just to bring that thing to the earth so that we may all dance with it in a variety of ways. Whatever those gifts are, whether it's gorgeous skin tones or hair textures or intellectual capacities or musical abilities or whatever it is that each being brings in its varied forms, because there's so many different ways that shows up in the fiery redhead, or in the one where no hair grows at all, what kind of shining light of consciousness that is. I often notice with those without hair, just this extra shining soul really showing up. So anyway, I'm just noting the beauty in our differences right now, and wanting to just take a moment today and be grateful with you for them. And I'm really getting cold out here, so even thanks to my good girlfriend's hat, she like sewed this great piece of leather on and this snuggly warm thing, I'm still getting a bit of a chill. So I think I'm going to end this and head in, and I thank you so much again for joining me. I'm honored that you would join me here, whatever day it is for you, worldwide and deep inside. This is Stage of Bliss.